So guys, welcome back to another video, and in this video let's talk about Stripe. Guys, I've already made a video using Flutter and Stripe, and that's like very outdated. I made that back in 2018. So yeah, I decided to update that today since there have been a lot of updates both in this plugin and as well as the entire Flutter framework. So yeah, this has been one of the most requested videos on this channel, and hence I decided to do it today. First of all, this is the plugin that your package that we are going to be using, Stripe payment. This now supports like native Apple Pay. You can use Apple Pay, you can use Google Pay, and it also allows you to use your credit card to pay for your purchases. Okay, so let's see how to like use this particular plugin and then like bring in Stripe payments inside your Flutter applications. First of all, you need a Stripe account. Okay, it's creating a Stripe account is entirely free as long as you are like just using the test data. If you want to use live data and you want to actually receive payments, you need to like activate your account. Okay, as long as you're using test data, then it's not a problem. You can just create one for free and then start using it right away. Let's go ahead and first I have like created a, as you can see here, I have created a blank Flutter application. Let's just go ahead and remove all these. Alright, let's just go ahead and create a simple button. Okay, tapping on this button, you will be asked to pay for something. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and create an elevated button. Fine, there's nothing fancy in this, guys, just elevated button, and then like it says pay 10. Okay, so assume that you have like actually bought selected a particular product, and then that product costs $10, and you're going to pay $10 to the vendor. Okay, that's the entire app that you're going to be writing. Assume that, and then in the app, the UI part, we just have a button, the pay now button. Okay, tapping on which it should initiate the payment and then make a payment of $10 using the credit card that you provide to the particular particular merchant. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Apple Pay and Google Pay we'll see in a different video. We'll see in a separate video. I plan to make like 3 videos, one with the credit card, the second one with the Apple Pay, and the third one with Google Pay. So in this video, let's see payment with a credit card using Stripe. Okay, so here inside this, we just need to give just start payment. We'll just call a function. Okay, and before that, I need to initialize the Stripe settings, right? So what I'll do is go ahead and install the Stripe plugin first, and I also need the HTTP and Firebase core. Okay, these 3 plugins, I am just installing them. It will automatically get them for us. The next thing we'll do is we'll go ahead and initialize those settings. So in order to do that, okay, inside this, just do Stripe payment dot need to import this Stripe payment dot set options. There will be 2 options. One is the you just need to set one key, that's it. Go here, get your API keys. There is a link here, right? Just click on it, and then the test API keys, you can just click to copy, paste it here. That's it. Oh, sorry guys. And this is where you can give like Android Pay mode, and for Apple Pay you should give merchant ID. I think merchant ID and all these other options as well. We'll see that in a separate video. Okay, for now let's just see credit card. So I have like set this publishable key, and then the next thing I'll do is get here. We'll just declare a few variables. Okay, double cost price equals $10, and and let's write this start payment future, sorry, and close this, only this future void start payment asynchronous stripe payment, sorry, stripe payment dot set stripe account. First we'll just set it to null. Stripe payment dot set stripe null, and amount will be charging in cents, so amount equals whatever the total amount was. What was that? 10, right? 10. You can just use the cost price, and I'll just use 10 into 100 dot to integer. Okay, this will be the amount that will be charging. The next thing is like we need to create a payment method. Payment method equals payment method fine, and payment method equals, what am I doing here, equals await stripe payment request with card form. Card form payment request. Okay, this will just open up a card and then ask us to enter our card details, and I'll do it then. Payment method sorry, and then if there is an error, we'll just catch that. Catch error. Created a payment request that will like show up a dialog in which we can enter our card number and our expiration date and CVV, and that will like create a request for us. Inside this, we need to like make use of this payment request and then send a request, actual request, right? So what we can do for that is like start payment direct charge. We'll write a separate function for this and then send the payment method along with it. Okay, future void start direct charge. Okay, start direct charge, and we can receive the payment method, and this will once again be a asynchronous function. Inside this, if response dot body not equals null, then there is a response actually. So final payment intent equals JSON decode response body, and final status equals payment intent of intent of payment intent status. Fine. Here what's the error? And then we'll have a account equals payment intent of, this is in case it failed due to authentication. Fine. Now that we got that, all we need to do is check the status. If status equals succeeded, if not, then it might be an authentication failure, right? Stripe payment dot set Stripe account ACCT. Fine, very simple stuff that we have done here, guys. I'll just quickly run through this so that you guys can like get a rough idea of what we are trying to achieve here. First, I have like set the initialize the Stripe payment plugin actually with a publishable test key. To get this key, you need to have a Stripe account, just like I said. Okay, and then what you need to do is I have a button here that will pay me $10, pay the merchant $10. That's it. Now what I'm doing is, first I'm like creating directly I'm trying to charge that card. I'm not saving that card anywhere. I'm not saving that card onto some Firestore or something and then making a payment on behalf of that card. I'm directly trying to charge from that card. So what I'm doing is I'm like creating a payment intent, and then this URL, we need a server, right? Like if I want to like create a charge on Stripe, I need to have like a server running, and then I should call that server. That would be the more secure way of like getting money from that card rather than directly calling something from the mobile phone, right? So let's see how to do that server. But before that, in this mobile app, that's it, guys. I'm just making a request to that server that is to process my payment request, that is for the $10. And then once the server sends a response, I am just decoding that response, and then if it succeeded, the payment is done. If it's not succeeded, I am simply trying to see if it's just an authentication issue. If yes, then I am simply authenticating that account and then once again trying to make that payment. Okay, if the payment is succeeded, the payment done message is printed. So let's go ahead and try to write that server that will give us a URL in which the function is running for us. Okay, here I'm going to be using Firebase to host that Firebase Cloud Functions to have that backend code running that will be made available to us through an API endpoint. It will be really simple. Even if you don't know anything about writing a cloud function, just keep watching. It will be really simple. You need to have installed the Firebase CLI first of all. Okay, inside this I'll just do a Firebase init. Once again guys, you need to have the Firebase CLI installed already. I already have that installed on this machine, so I'm just directly using Firebase init. Before using initializing, you should like obviously use Firebase login to log in into your Firebase account. I've already done that as well, so I can right away initialize a function directly inside this directory. Let's see what happens. Just choose functions and hit enter. Use an existing project. Alright, this is done. It has like created the stuff for us. Let's just go into this. First let me check. Yeah, okay, just go into this. Alright, now we just need hold on. npm install. I just need to install Stripe save. This will install Stripe for us. Let's just get to index.js. Okay, it has installed Stripe. The next thing we need to do is we need to set like a configuration variable. Okay, this configuration variable, how do I say this? Okay, this you need to like set the client secret as a configuration variable, guys. That's it. Okay, let's see how to do that. Okay, now let's see how to set a secret key. Okay, so for that what we need to do is Firebase functions config set stripe dot test key, and then we need to like set the test key, guys. Just give me a minute. Okay, and then we need to like set the Stripe test key that is given to us in the Stripe dashboard, this secret key. Okay, now I'll just do that. Okay, I copied that. Let me set it. Fine, that is set now. Let's go ahead and continue with what we are doing. So I'll just create a require Stripe functions dot config. I'm simply accessing that secret key, guys. That's it. Config dot Stripe dot what was that? Test key, right? Test key. And then what I'm doing is exports dot stripe pay equals functions dot https dot on request async and inside this is where we are going to be doing our main stuff. Stripe vendor account. Now to create a vendor account you need to get into something called Stripe Connect, guys. Stripe Connect is nothing but how do I say this in a quick way? Yeah, okay, Stripe Connect is something that Stripe has exclusively launched that enables you to like directly collect payments using directly on your applications, guys. You don't need anything. Okay, if you like create a merchant account here and then get that account ID, you can like straight away use that ID here in the vendor account, and then you can start collecting payments directly from whoever is trying to pay you through your application. Okay, to create like a real account, to create like a live account in Stripe Connect, you need to like go ahead and then there is a command, I think. Wait, let me see that command. See, this is the command, and this will create like a if you enter this in terminal, it will create and give you an account ID. Okay, this will allow you to collect payments, and then you can like pay them out to all the vendors that are currently using your application. Okay, that's what's called Stripe Connect. You collect payments on behalf of the person who is trying to sell through your platform and then pay out to that particular merchant, guys. That's it. Particular vendor. That's it. Okay, it's simple, right? You collect payments from a particular end user, end customer, and then pay out those payments after taking your fee. You just pay out the amount to the vendor who is selling the product using your platform. It's simple, right? Now what you need to do is I have already like created an account using this command, this exact command. I am using a test account, guys. This is actually, as I said, it is a test account, and you can get into connected accounts to see that account. I'll show that to you in a minute. Let's just continue with this. Okay, so I have an ID here which I'll enter here, and what you need to do is if you need a fee, like you can like collect a fee. If you have a common fee for all your transactions, like 1% of the transaction amount or like 2% of the transaction amount, this is where you actually calculate that fee and then collect it. And once you do that, you just do stripe dot payment methods dot create payment method request dot query dot payment method. Okay, we'll just use payM. After creating this, we'll just go ahead and Stripe account. This will be the actual Stripe vendor account. Okay, and give a comma here and then write a function error payment method. We'll just have a different name, R payment method. Inside this, if error not equals null, console dot log error, and then else stripe dot payment intent dot create a payment intent. Payment intent would be amount request dot query dot actual amount, and then currency request dot query dot currency, and then payment method R payment method dot ID, and then confirmation method automatic. And then here is where you can add your fee. If you have a calculated fee, then you can add it here, and then that will be sent along in the intent as well. Automatic confirm true, and description request dot query dot description. Fine. Now that this is done, this is the actual payment intent that is going to be passed, and then okay, if it is successful, if the payment is successful, I am simply creating a response, sending a JSON response and including the payment intent and the actual Stripe vendor account ID in that particular JSON response. That's it, guys. I hope you guys understood what's happening here. We are simply like creating a function that can be called from anywhere, guys. Okay, we are simply creating a function that can be called from anywhere, and what we are doing is we are creating a payment intent inside that function that will actually make the payment for us. That's it. Very simple, plain and simple. And if the payment is successful, if creating the payment intent is successful, we are simply returning that as a JSON response. That's it. Okay, now we need to deploy this function. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright, this is actually deployed now. Let's go ahead and get the URL for that particular function. Okay, open dashboard. Okay, this here it is, right? Stripe Pay. Alright, let's just copy this and then go back to our, where is that URL? We didn't. Oh, sorry guys, I forgot to include my vendor account. Let me just include that and then here, and then like create a URL. Fine, save this. Now what we need to do is make this URL available in the here, right? There are several other parameters that we need to like pass in along with this URL, URL, guys. First we'll just pass in the URL, that's string interpolation, and then we need to pass the amount. Once again use string interpolation, and then we need to pass in like currency, right? Yeah, we need to pass in currency. Sorry, currency, and currency will just give USD, and payment method payM equals, we just need to give the payment method that's it. That's it, guys. Let's just save this. Now if we like run this on a mobile device, and then we will get a button there. If we tap that button, it would automatically call this particular URL. This particular URL is nothing but a function that's running a going to create us a Stripe payment intent that will allow us to collect payments inside our application. Once the user pays that money, then that's it. The transaction will be complete, and we'll be able to see that collected money reflected inside our Stripe account. Let's go ahead and run this app on our mobile device now. Alright guys, now as you can see here, our app has loaded, and assume that you have actually bought a product somewhere, and then that product costs $10, and tapping on this pay button you will be paying $10 for that product. Assume that that's going to happen. Okay, so let's just tap on this pay $10 and see what happens. Okay, I get a dialog asking me for a card number and expiration date and CVC. So I'll just give, this is a test card that is already provided to us by Stripe, guys. I'm not just like creating a test card and storing it somewhere or something. It's already provided by Stripe. And then just tap on save and see what happens. Alright, payment done, payment charge started, and payment done. So it just means that our payment is successful now, right? Let's how do we verify this? How do we verify? It just shows payment done, but that we need to verify whether we have collected the actual payment, right? So what we can do is let's just go to Stripe, and then if you notice there is connected accounts, right? Go in here. You'll see all your accounts that you have created. Now this is the account that I created. It's restricted because my Stripe account is not activated. So if I get into that, and then go to payments, You can see that the $10 is succeeded, right? This is the payment that I just made. So the payment has been received from the user's card. This is the payment, guys. 4:17. The time is now actually 4:18 a.m. Yeah, I was up all night making this video because that's when the environment is quiet, and then I could like make videos like this. Anyway, the payment is successful, guys. As you can see here, if you just tap on it, it will show you like the actual payment structure, the fees and all that stuff. See, it was made using this card, and then the payment succeeded and the fees. If you wanted to apply fees on top of this payment, you could apply that as well, like I mentioned before. Anyway, as you can see here, our payment is now collected, and we can simply like start the give a confirmation message to the user saying that payment has been received and your order will be processed shortly or something like that, and then you can continue with the process. So this is how you get you receive a payment from the user's card, right? You can use Stripe as a payment gateway, and then use it inside your Flutter applications to provide commercial services to the user, and the user can buy something from your marketplace and then pay using his card directly. So yeah, guys, this is how you do it, and this is exactly what I wanted to show you guys today. I hope this helped you guys. I hope this helped you in some way. And if you found this helpful, kindly share it with someone and help them too. If you like this video, kindly hit the thumbs up button, guys. That does something to the YouTube algorithm. So kindly go ahead and smash that like button so that it would be of help to me. If you are stuck somewhere and if you need help, or if you need an app, or if you need help somewhere, or if you have a doubt, just drop a comment in the comment section below and I'll get back to you. And yeah, like the video, guys, share it with someone, and subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel to watch more cool videos like this. In our subsequent videos, we'll see Apple Pay as well as Google Pay as well. Okay. And if you want me to like make videos on some other payment gateway, just say that in the comments as well. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Just subscribe, guys. We'll see you in our next video. Bye.